Wouldn't it be great if people on the right cared as much about their fellow human beings as they do corporate logos?
Hey guys, here we go again. Welcome back to another video. It's the same afternoon that I first started doing this little X adventure where I'm just floating around and just recording videos as I go, and here we go. We still have a whole bunch more ahead of us, guys. These people just do not stop. Let's get into it.
You guys have been absolutely flooding my comments with thoughts and prayers, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I get it. You guys were fucking right. Thoughts and prayers are the solution. Thoughts and prayers are the change. Why have I never thought of thoughts and prayers? They're genius. You guys are so fucking right. So you know what? I'm going to start offering you guys thoughts and prayers also. Your kid got measles because you decided not to vaccinate them? Thoughts and prayers. Your mom got deported because you voted for Trump and you never thought it would be her? Thoughts and prayers. Your wife is in a detention center because she has a misdemeanor and she's not an American citizen. I thought they were going after the worst criminals. Thoughts and prayers. Do you guys get it now? Do you guys fucking get it? Thoughts and prayers aren't going to get your fucking wife home after you voted for Trump and she got put in a detention center. Thoughts and prayers aren't going to bring your mom who was deported home. Thoughts and prayers aren't going to get your kid to get over the fucking measles virus, although all you had to do was vaccinate them. But thoughts and prayers, baby.
And you want to be a dictator so motherfucking bad, the only thing you need to motherfucking dictate is the way that sloppy ass goddamn toothpaste sits on your wrinkly ass, sweaty ass, nasty ass head. That's the only thing you need to be calling the shots about, bitch.
America, where a kid with a bag of Skittles is a threat, but someone with the AR-15 is a patriot. America, where books get banned quicker than assault rifles. America, where workers get called essential, but paid like they're disposable. America, where protesting injustice is dangerous, but storming the Capitol is a tour. America, where slavery ended, but prison picked up the lease. America, where women's bodies are regulated more than corporations. America, where your personal pronouns offend people more than mass shootings. America, where billionaires go to space, while we, normal day Americans, can't afford our bills.
Hi, in 2 months, my family and I are immigrating to Portugal. I have joined a lot of Facebook groups to help me with the immigration process. In these groups, I'm seeing new people joining from the United States saying, hi, my family and I are interested in relocating in 2027. You don't have to take time. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but if you're trying to leave because you think it's really going to get as bad as it is going to get and you have that privilege and ability to do so, you don't have time. You may have privilege, but you don't have time. Now is the time.
His name is Kinkles McTaco Tits.
Where's all my Democrat and independent friends out there? Let's show MAGA how strong we are together. And we are done taking Donald Trump's bullshit. We all need to band together before the 2026 midterms. He is trying very hard to rig it because he knows if he loses the midterms, his presidency is done. If you are a Democrat or you are an independent, check in here.
2 children killed and 17 injured and maybe more at a Catholic school church in Minneapolis. I am sick and tired of these fucking hypocritical Republicans. They care about life. Yeah, thoughts and prayers isn't going to cut it anymore. It hasn't. I am sick and tired of you bowing down to your gun lobbyists. We need gun control.
Okay, very short clip, much shorter than I would normally touch on, but she pretty much all nails everything that a liberal would say within 27 seconds. First off, your new talking point of, I don't want to hear thoughts and prayers, it is kind of cute, and it's funny how you guys just all parrot each other. All it takes is one person saying it, you guys just all repeat. It's really quite funny, but it's not going to stop any of us from saying the right thing. So yes, thoughts and prayers to all those families. To all you leftists out there that want to take your little hit words at thoughts and prayers, bash people for saying thoughts and prayers, screw you. But again, here we go with gun reform. Gun reform's the answer, guys. Yeah, disarming legal, law-abiding citizens that obtain their firearm legally and that actually take care of it properly, store their ammunition properly, go to firing ranges and teach their children how to shoot responsibly. That's the problem, guys. Again, you liberals are all the same, claiming to be so smart, so highly intelligent, you know, telling us to go out and read books and that we should go out and touch some grass and how you guys have such critical thought, you guys have pattern recognition, you guys have all the answers. Yet you all seem to be as dumb as a box of rocks. How can you not see the obvious pattern right in front of you? How could you not see the obvious solution? How could you not see the pattern of why your liberal government, your Democrat Party, is always jumping at this whenever they have a chance to try and disarm citizens? What makes you think that people aren't just going to acquire guns illegally? Do you think that your people, do you honestly think your citizens that are out there that have guns that they've obtained illegally are just going to hand them over? You have 400 million guns out there on the streets of the United States of America. And do you honestly think they're all going to be collected, rounded up, and your citizens are going to be disarmed, and that this is never going to happen again? I've said it before, and I'm going to say it, I guess, one more time. You liberals seem to have absolutely zero survival instincts. If you disarmed your legally armed citizens, what state do you think you'd be in right now? Let's say, for instance, if 20 years ago, your government disarmed you. Do you really think that you'd be living this free life like you're living nowadays? Or do you think there's no possibility at all that things could have gone a little sour, like what's happened to every other single country that disarms their citizens? Instead of hating on your Republican brothers and sisters, you should maybe actually look at them as possibly, just possibly, the reason why you still have the freedom that you do today, because they refuse to give up their Second Amendment rights.
How many more kids need to die in school shootings before this country gives a shit about reforming its gun control and mental health? My heart is breaking and goes out to anybody affected by the shooting that happened in South Minneapolis at Annunciation Catholic School. I've spent much of this morning trying to process how I live in a country that cares more about banning books, what bathrooms people use, what color a border wall should be painted, over keeping children safe. And I got nothing. I cannot comprehend. They just started school on Monday. It's the first week. There's absolutely no reason that an 8 and a 10-year-old are dead after being shot in a pew while praying during mass. I just watched an interview with one of the kids. He's 10 years old, and his friend laid on top of him and ended up getting shot and is currently in surgery. No child should ever experience that. I don't really have anything else to say other than shit needs to drastically change in this country.
Trans people are mentally ill. We need to stop affirming their delusions.
Being trans is not a mental illness, according to any diagnostic guidelines that are currently in use. But even if it was, why? Like, I missed the memo or something, I guess, but why do we just treat mentally ill people like shit constantly? Like, is it really that fucking hard to just not be a piece of shit to somebody over your perception of their mental illness? Because A, why is that any of your fucking business? And B, who the fuck cares if it's a mental illness? All I do is go by a different name and wear clothes that I like. Oh no, that's so harmful. Fucking idiots.
Day 75 of being a girl, and I've been carrying around tampons and pads for the past 2 months, but I've actually never opened one up, so let's do it! Woohoo! I thought the letters stood for small, medium, and large, based on the size of your Barbie pouch, but after a Google, I found out it's actually the level of your flow, so they're super, regular, and light. I guess my question is, which one do I carry around, the super? Because maybe if you have a light flow, you can still use a super? I don't know.
Thoughts and prayers, it's too early to talk about it. Second Amendment is all just propaganda paid for by the gun lobby, while we keep having to watch children get slaughtered in schools.
Well, there was another school and guess what's gonna happen? Absolutely nothing. You guys can give your thoughts and prayers, but what the fuck has thoughts and prayers gotten us, huh? What? God let other things slide. God let other horrible things slide, but yeah, keep praying. Keep praying. Because what else can we do? The government's not gonna do anything. What else can we do? All we can do is think and pray. That's it. It's gonna keep happening. This is gonna keep happening. This is gonna keep happening because our government doesn't give a fuck. Not a single fuck.
Me on TikTok said that Republican men don't like girls with tattoos and nose rings because it means they're of age. Attracts.
So about the Minnesota shooting, and it brought me right back to Columbine in 1999 when I just could not get it through my head that students in America were shooting each other in schools. And this was a church inside a Catholic school. And what do you know, was a white guy, Republican, MAGA person. What do you know? White supremacist.
Rosie O'Donnell. First of all, let's just get one thing straight right out the bat. Nobody cares what you have to say. I usually just skip your clips without even hitting play. The only reason I hit play on this one is because it was only 35 seconds long. So I'm like, all right, let's see what she has to say. And of course, you're spewing out all the same bullshit words that you would expect from your typical mentally ill, TDS-ridden leftist. Don't you have a non-binary daughter? If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that you do. You have a daughter that's involved in the LGBTQ plus community that does not identify by the same gender in which she was born. Now you want to sit here and you want to misgender the shooter. I find that really funny. You're actually being truthful is what you're doing by saying it's a cis white gender male. You're being completely full of shit by saying it's an ultra-right MAGA person. Sorry, that's already been proven completely otherwise. But you guys are so hypocritical. It's so funny how you guys defend the LGBTQ plus community. You cannot misgender somebody. No, that's almost a hate crime unless it fits your narrative. Now all of a sudden it's just a cis white male, right? Not just America, but everybody out here in the West is more than happy that you're out there in Ireland. The people in Ireland aren't too happy about it, but you're their problem now. So how about you stop jumping in front of cameras so we could just kind of like forget about you? It's better this way. It's better for everybody out here. Or if you can't resist, I understand, you know, it's your free speech. You do have your right to jump in front of cameras if you want, but if we can kindly ask you, maybe just upload your videos only to like Blue Sky. So even though you are 100% Ireland's problem now, I guess it's only fair to let you know that people out this way in the West don't really miss you, and they truly do not give two shits about what you have to say.
As many of you may have heard, Donald Trump has not been seen in public for 4 days. He has not been golfing in 3 weeks, and his tweets are weird. Weirder than normal, although on a good day it seems like his social media intern is the Mad Hatter. And this has led to rampant rumors and speculation. And I just want to say, if that man isn't staring up at us from the afterlife right now, Donnie, keep your chins up, pal. Okay, just know that there are a lot of people out here hoping, praying, and wishing that you get worse soon. Okay, I know that you're getting the best medical advice that RFK Jr. can find on Facebook, but keep in mind that laughter is the best medicine. So don't even worry about real medicine. Just laugh it up. We are. And lastly, I want you to remember that God's in charge. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes that reason is that you're an irredeemably evil piece of shit, but that's for God to judge, and also Congress during your inevitable impeachment proceedings if you're alive. And might I also just add as an aside, there is a pep in my step today.
A good friend of mine recently introduced me to a concept called the 3 Fs. And I've decided to adopt this concept into my way of life. And the concept of the 3 Fs goes like this. If you are not feeding me, fucking me, or financing me, then what fucking say do you have over anything in my life? You see something you don't like and you think I should get fixed? Pay up for me to get it fixed, or shut your fucking mouth.
I remember back when Sandy Hook happened and all the conservative Christians were coming out of the woodwork and saying it was because they took prayer out of school. They were saying God did not protect those kids because God is not going to go where he's not wanted. But what happened in Minneapolis today should remind conservative Christians that that is not the case.
If a man is accused of rape and he denies it with the excuse, she's not my type, instead of, I would never rape someone, then you know you're dealing with a rapist.
This is a PSA. I am denouncing my non-binary identity, and I'm a trans woman. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
Listen,
Someone just needs to do it. Someone just needs to get it done. Someone just needs to do it. And I'm not usually pro doing it, but like someone just needs to do it. Someone needs to get it done.
I don't talk much while I'm traveling about political stuff because that's not the focus. But at the moment, I want to talk with everyone about the situation and the Catholic school shooting. That poor girl who attended the school and went in there and shot up the school after transitioning and after attending that school, and we can only assume that that school as a Catholic school did not welcome her, did not make her feel seen, included, safe during her confusing years, during her transitional years, during her becoming who she needed to become. But the goal was to become happy when you transition. And so this is going to feed a lot of conversation about mental illness around trans people, and this is why people shouldn't encourage people to transition. And it's just so sad because it affects the LGBTQ plus community.
Did she really just say that? That poor girl that went into the church and shot everybody up. Like, can you not, when you put that video together and you looked it back and said, did I, goof up? Is there anything I need to edit out? Let me just look this over before I publish this video. And when you started off your video by that poor girl who went into the church and shot up those children, you didn't see that as an issue right there? You don't really realize how you're screaming out to the rest of the free world that you may be suffering from a mental illness yourself because you're condoning what this person did? During this whole 1 minute and 10 seconds long video that she posted up here, I don't really recall her talking about much of the victims, about what happened to them. She seems to be more concerned about a person from the LGBTQ plus community and the poor community, what this is going to do to them. How is this poor transitioning girl treated while she was at that school? First of all, we're speaking about a boy. A man cannot be a woman. No matter how much you guys want to pretend this can happen, it's not real. This is why they need medication to, like, not just transition, but to maintain the transitioning afterwards. It's a lifelong time of treatment because this is not how your body was meant to be. You have not truly transitioned into anything else. You just look a little different on the outside. On the inside, you're still the same gender in which you were at birth. And once again, I'm gonna point the finger at you liberals. This is you guys. You don't see anybody on the right that tries to affirm a child into thinking that it's okay to be something that you're actually not. What happened to the good old days of, like, a little boy goes to school and says, you know what, Dad, I think I might not like girls, I might just like boys. Okay, it's not exactly what a father wants to hear, but shit, you're not gonna see anybody on this side of the playing field say, oh, damn, son, we better clear out your closet and make room for some new dresses. But this is what you guys seem to do on the left. How come so many movie stars just seem to have children that are either non-binary or transgender? How come there's so many people on the left that don't just have one, but they have 2 kids that belong to the community? How come there's so many people on the left that claim that they have a mental disorder? How come there's so many people on the left that claims to be autistic? Why is everything always stemming from the left? And I've said it before, even if these people are not political, this doesn't come down to politics. I know I keep referring to it as the left, but there really is 2 main ways that people focus in life. And it comes to either that worldview that they have over there, which I just refer to, even if the person's not political, you still have a libtard worldview, extremely woke, or there's people with common sense. You do have some people that sit in the middle ground, but they're the smaller group. The 2 main groups are left and right. All of the issues, majority of them, my opinion, YouTube, seem to originate from the left. But to have the nerve to sit there, get in front of a camera, hit record, and show sympathy for the shooter. This was an evil young man. Stop trying to show respect for somebody who took away the lives of children. And while you're trying to show them respect, I just want to note to you guys, you leftists out there that are trying to say we cannot misgender this person. This person in their manifesto said that they regretted transitioning and they were in the process of detransitioning and regrets brainwashing themselves. So maybe start telling the truth. It was a man. I can't believe this. I honestly cannot believe this. I've sat here and watched video after video after video, and every few videos sprinkled in there, not super consistently, but sprinkled in there, there's people out there trying to turn the transgender community into the victims of this school shooting. How the hell are you guys trying to, again, this is what you guys do on the left. Up is down, left is right, back is forward. This is what you guys are doing. You're trying to turn the shooter into the victim. Really stop and sit there for a second and think about that concept. You're trying to turn the LGBTQ plus community, the transgender community, the shooter that took the lives of these children and injured 17 others. You're trying to turn them and that person alone into the victim. There's absolutely no way to explain that, absolutely no way to justify that. All of you that feel like this woman does should feel absolutely ashamed of yourselves. All right, guys, that is it for this one. If you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed as of yet, please consider doing so. If not, if you can like the video, share the video, interact with it in one way or another. Of course, I still have one more clip lined up for you guys. And until next video, have a good one, guys.
Rosie O'Donnell, shut the fuck up. Tear up your passport, never come back to this country again. Are you going to make a video holding the LGBTQ community responsible or yourself responsible? Because you don't ever seem to do that. See, you came out and said that you're overweight, depressed, sad, you turned to substances because of Donald Trump, not because of you, not because you're a miserable, angry person and can't be held accountable for your own actions. Then you came out immediately after that shooting and said, is it a surprise? It was a Catholic school. It was a white person, an extremist, a white supremacist, a MAGA supporter, and a Trump supporter. You were 100% fucking wrong. You know what I haven't seen you do? Hold your own community accountable. Haven't seen you make one fucking video holding the left accountable or the LGBTQ community accountable. You know that person was trans, part of the LGBTQ community, just like 8 other ones that have committed these mass events, just like the ones that unalived the Border Patrol agent. Every single one of these mass shooters has been from your side of the aisle, yet you haven't made a single fucking video. You don't care about the victims. You couldn't wait to politicize and set a false narrative like you always do, and then you will walk away quietly. You turn to substances and food because you're a miserable person, and that's what you do. You feed that misery and then blame everybody else for what you do. Tear up your fucking passport, never come back.